In the news tonight, Nigeria Christian Bible College Abak celebrates 70th anniversary graduation. Koibo Church National Pastors' Wives Retreat 2024 ends in Ibadan. Plus, the Nigeria Union of Journalists charges new members on ethical standards. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the news this evening. My name is Dianime Uko. Please remember, this broadcast is reaching you live on StarTimes channel 103 and on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Let's now bring you the news in detail. The Nigerian Christian Bible College, Ukbom, Abak local government area, is marking its 70th graduation ceremony with awards of diplomas and certificates and a reaffirmation to equip ministers for over 7 decades. Etienne Ibanga reports.
Established in 1954, the Nigerian Christian Bible College has trained ministers serving across Nigeria, Africa, and beyond. This Platinum Jubilee celebrates the college's contributions to church growth, educational empowerment, physical and psychological development, and the global impacts of its graduates. President of the African Christian Schools Board, USA, Dr. Chad Winner, charges graduates to focus on soul winning.
Winning souls, that's our business. The school has now graduated over 2,500 people from this esteemed Bible college. And also this year, we've renovated several facilities. And so God is smiling on this institution. And this institution, even though it is now 70 years old, I see a very bright future for this school into the future.
Other speakers advised the new ministers to be a voice to the voiceless and promote spiritual growth among their members.
We preach the simple, decent word of God, and we speak from the Bible. We speak where the Bible speaks, and we close our mouth where the Bible has closed. The gospel we preach is the pure gospel and not the adulterated gospel.
You have been commissioned to preach Christ and Him crucified. The current challenge facing ministerial training in our country is the propensity for some of our graduates to distort the truth of the gospel by preaching doctrines other than what you have been taught and certified to preach after graduation.
Graduates shared their thoughts at the event, which featured the induction of students into the Alumni Association, presentation of special awards, and recognition.
We would like to express our sincere gratitude to the management for the opportunity given to us to be proud alumni of this college. We also wish to congratulate the management and the entire school for the 70th Platinum celebration.
We need to worship God in spirit and in truth. So therefore means, as we are going out to preach the gospel of Christ, we need to really divide the word of truth. According to the word of God, that is a workman that need not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
The Bible ministers to everyone, so the church should be able to minister to everyone as well. There should be divided Bible classes for each class, for each age group. The class should be divided so that it can enhance their growth.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Christian Bible College, Ukbom, an affiliate of the University of Calabar, announces that admission is ongoing for Bachelor of Arts degree in Religious Studies, Religious Education, and Diploma in Theology. Etienne Ibanga, NTA News.
Away from religious matters, wear your badge with dignity in the discharge of your duties of protecting lives, property, as well as maintenance of law and order in the country. These words of encouragement are from wives of police officers during the celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Police Officers' Wives Association, POA, in Uyo. The report.
The Police Officers' Wives Association, POA, established in 1964, is celebrating 60 years of impact, empowering women and shaping the future. Specifically, the 60th anniversary is designed to celebrate the strength of wives of officers of the Nigeria Police for their support to their spouses. The event is also an opportunity to appreciate officers of the force for their role in protecting their families and the nation at all times.
We are here to appreciate all our police officers all across the country for your resilience in discharge of all your duties, your tolerance, your bravery, your adaptability, your assurance, your flexibility and ability to uphold integrity.
POWA is an association of women. And all of us know what it entails to carry women together. Please, our women, our wives, continue to be a team. Don't allow any divisions to come in between you.
As part of the celebration, POWA is setting up a skill acquisition center to empower members with skills to enable them support their husbands.
The best form of employment is for people to have skill. Certificate alone cannot bring food to a lot of table now, but we need skill. POWA has taken it upon themselves to establish skill acquisition center to empower our women and to also empower our children.
We want our women to learn skills, to have skills at hand, at least. Being a woman that is holding forth for the husband, if the husband is not there, you can always support in your own little way.
Parade by the members of the association featured prominently at the event, which has Strength of a Police Wife as theme of the 60th anniversary, while senior officers of Akwa Ibom Command are recognized for their roles in ensuring a safe state. Dianime Uku, NTA.
You're watching the news at 7 on NTA Channel 12. We will take a quick commercial break. More stories will come afterwards. Kindly stay with us.
Missing you. 3-year anniversary in loving memory of our dearest mom, late Evangelist Mrs. Agnes Okon JP. Mom, another year has passed with you as our guardian angel. You sacrificed so much for us every day of your life, and we will always hold your many acts of love in our hearts. We think about you always. We talked about you still. You have never been forgotten, and you will never be. We hold you so dear to our hearts, and there you will always be to continually guide us through our lives until we meet again. Continue to rest in peace. This is signed by the children.
But I wonder if I'll ever lose the pain of missing you.
One passenger. Big auntie, go enter this bus.
Ha! Oga conductor, this guy cough na serious matter. You suppose go hospital.
Hospital care.
Haba, doctors don talk am say different types of cough dey. Some na dry cough, but this your own na wet cough e be.
Big auntie, na God go bless you. I don tire for this my conductor and him cough wey no gree go. E fit even be tuberculosis.
Conductor, go check am o, make you dey sure, because who no go no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If cough don't worry you past 2 weeks, if it be tuberculosis, TB test and treatment, na free. Just call the National TB Hotline for 3340 or dial *3340# to get better information. This message now from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people then.
Whatever is happening in the South has been ongoing for such a very long time, and we feel it is high time that it is stopped. What we are promising Nigerians is that henceforth, the entire South will be cleared of any acts of vandalism, criminality within the general area. Like we said, the President has given us the mandate to ensure that we secure the entire South and to enable NFDC and other IOCs carry out their task so that we can have improved production. We know that Nigeria relies so much on what we can produce, and so we want to use this medium to appeal to the communities to have an understanding. Yes, we know trust has been a problem, but they can trust us, they can trust the government that we want to do things differently. Everyone will be carried along, everyone has a role to play. It is not only for the security agencies alone, We need the communities to understand that pipeline vandalism and all the hazards being caused is also affecting them directly.
For overall best performance and quality education, Fortune Schools is a school to be. We offer standard and excellent services for your child's intellectual development with a serene learning environment and qualified teachers trained to raise and mold your child in great impact in a competitive world. We have well-equipped laboratories, standard playground, ICT unit, computer lab, library, music studio, and well-ventilated classrooms for effective learning of your treasured child. Fortune Schools is a day and boarding school with fantastic facilities and bus services for the comfort of your child. Visit us today at number 16 Odalsoro Street off Atiku Abubakar Way, Uyo. For more inquiries, call 0706 593 8384 or 0703 576 6904. Fortune Schools, excellence through hard work.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Now to the rest of the stories. The Akwa Ibom Church National Pastors' Wives Retreat 2024 has ended at the church's international headquarters in Ukpenekang, Ibono local government area with a joyous Thanksgiving service. Etienne Ibanga reports.
The event, which brought together pastors' wives from around the world, was marked by an atmosphere of praise and worship as they danced and appreciated God for the retreat's success. According to organizers, the annual retreat provides a platform for pastors' wives to reflect on their spiritual lives, pray for God's mercy, and add value to their personal growth. It also unifies women in the church and contributes to the betterment of society.
It is good that we may know him, like Paul Apostle that said in Philippians chapter 3 verse 10, that I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death. It was good that this theme be brought so that our resource persons can expatiate on it and then lift our souls to the fact that we will always find challenges in the ministry.
We believe that we cannot do anything without God. And if we are here as pastors' wives, we know that we are pilgrims on earth.
It needs humility. It needs looking unto God. It needs handing over your everything to God, and He will take the lead and guide you.
The General Superintendent of Akwa Ibom Church, Reverend Epedeme Fanga, emphasized the theme that I may know him and urged pastors' wives to stand alongside their husband in molding and transforming souls.
You cannot keep balance without being in motion. That's life. Either you are moving forward or you are moving backward. So you keep pressing on. You keep pushing forward. The moment you stop pushing forward, you'll be surprised after some time that you've gone backwards.
Special guests, including the Commissioner for Women Affairs in Yadiakpan, representing the wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor, Patience Umoino, commended the retreats.
They should go back, being Christ-like, being supportive to their husband, and then mentoring all the women and girls in the church.
So kudos to the women, prayer warriors, for championing the developments of the church in their families.
Awards were also presented to deserving individuals for their contributions to the fellowship, the church, and humanity. Etienne Ibanga, NTN News.
Moving on to other stories, members of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, Akwa Ibom State, have been charged to uphold the ethics of the profession and avoid fake news in order to become true watchdogs of the society. This was the advice of veteran journalists during a one-day orientation program for new members of the NUJ at the Press Center, Uyo. John Paul Alumona reports.
These are the faces of 190 new members of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Akwa Ibom State Council, as the leadership of the union and some founding members reveal the secrets of becoming great pen pushers to them. The resource persons, made up of veterans and award-winning journalists, insist that the new entrants must be professional, selfless, and patriotic to succeed in journalism profession.
Number one is accuracy and fairness. Number two is independence, accountability, integrity, respect for privacy, minimizing harm.
You should also learn the rudiments of broadcast, of how to handle mic.
For the state leadership of NUJ, the orientation became necessary to enlighten the newcomers on the do's and don'ts of reportage to avoid violating media law and ethics, as well as fundamental human rights.
Our number gives us a lot of strength, bringing more value to the profession, being able to change the narrative more collectively. And that was part of the reason we needed to come down to sit with them, so that our strength will not be in diversity. Our strength will have a very strong reason of unity and content value.
Please, as you can, we expect you to follow the dictates of the NUJ Constitution and to also understand that once in a while, you as members of the union will make mistakes. And please rest assured that the leadership of the union in Akwa Ibom State will protect you from those mistakes when you make those mistakes.
Some of the participants shared their joy.
The Nigeria Union of Journalists is actually a body that, the way it's been transformed, gives you something to go home with, just as we came in here today. I've been in this business for a while now, but there are some genuine things that I picked up today in the course of the lecture.
There's always been a dream. You know, when you go out there, maybe you want to cover an event and they'll be asking you for membership evidence and all of that. So today, it's a privilege actually, and I am super excited. Thank you, NUJ. Thank you so much for this privilege. God bless you.
The 190 new members of NUJ, Akwa Ibom State Council, in addition to the 602 old members, makes Akwa Ibom State Council the highest in South Nigeria and fourth largest in Nigeria. In Uyo, John Paul Alumona, NTA News.
In this next report, while some parents prefer the conventional holiday lessons for their awards, others, however, choose vocational education. Victoria Odofia in this special report looks at what parents actually prefer for their kids during holidays, especially long ones.
2 years back, it was a little or no concerns at all to parents what a child focuses on during the holidays, as many parents will either send their child for holiday lessons or allow them stay at home and enjoy the holiday. A lot, however, seems to have changed, perhaps because of the present economic realities. A drive around some streets in Uyo is a display of vocational education at different centers, a development that aligns with the present administration Arise agenda.
Every summer, every August, we organize what we call Uyo City Holiday Music Classes. This program is for kids that are in school between the ages of 4 to an adult. The instrument we teach during these holidays are keyboard, saxophone, violin, the guitar, and of course the drum sets.
We will not say it's compulsory, but it's good if the parents could release their pupils to come, because it will really help them. We do encourage all the parents to, if you don't bring your child to the school, you can help them at home.
For the parents, Nigeria do not need only formal education. Reason they chose skills for their awards during the holiday.
As a parent, I must say yes, the summer lesson it's a very beautiful initiative, because it will help to disengage our children from things that are not consistent with good living.
Okay, first of all, is to keep the children abreast, on their academics. Then secondly, good moral upbringing.
The children are equally excited about their choice, with the hope that the skills they acquire will enhance their academic pursuits.
I am here for music lessons. I am learning how to play piano. Coming here, I've been able to do maths more.
Finishing my third term in SS2, so I decided to come for a piano lesson.
Not long I started on Tuesday, so I'm just progressing.
With all the benefits of the summer lessons, some caregivers and parents still believe that children should not be allowed to spend holidays at home after about 3 months of intensive academic activities. In Uyo, Victoria Udofia, NTA News.
Out of the over 8 billion people in the world, everyone is said to be traced to an indigenous root, which forms their unique identity and culture. Tessie Omeri in this special report relates with the 2024 World Indigenous Peoples Day celebration.
Now, a day like this reminds people of their roots and cultural heritage, but beyond it is the need to cherish and promote it for generations yet unborn. For instance, the attire I'm wearing is of the Kwararafa indigenous people, depicting the rich cultural heritage over centuries.
Aside these beautiful attires, other interesting attributes of the indigenous people is that they safeguard 80% of the biodiversity due to their control of land and forest. Unique dance steps, cuisines, morals and values. All these need to be preserved for posterity. And what better way to preserve such than a commemoration?
Except for a day like this, that people will begin to now go back to their history. Certainly, sooner than later, you'll discover that the people may even forget where they come from. Even the ordinary simple language you discover now in your house because of the exigencies of time.
Rural-urban migration has taken place. As we have internal migration, we have international migration. Indigenous people must be respected because they own the land and it is their land. And we must be able to respect them. We can't come from different places and come and displace the people who are indigenous to the community. And this again brings about the question of tolerance. We must be able to tolerate one another.
Aside the annual observance, stakeholders are advocating for more.
Now we made it a law now. And I think that is what other tribes in FCT have made it. That for every tribe in FCT, if you are marrying my daughter, part of the attire which is compulsory should be the local Gwandera costume.
For the over 371 indigenous tribes in Nigeria, the cultural diversity speaks volume. For the indigenous peoples of the FCT, blessed with 9 tribes, they are using the annual observance to call for more recognition, taking cognizance of this year's theme, protecting the rights of indigenous peoples in voluntary isolation.
This is a public commission. The law says every state should have an indigene to be a chairman of that public commission or commissioner of that commission. But recently, our commissioner, his term has expired. They brought one man from Kogi State. We cry, we petition it, but I thank God, the head of state, that the president has looked into it and will draw back the appointment and ask us to bring one person. So we are not after every language. Let us submit the names. When they pick any one of those, it's okay for us.
While Nigeria celebrates Indigenous Peoples Day, stakeholders are saying that there is need for the country to leverage its cultural diversity to promote peace and unity of the nation. In Abuja, Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
And on to this next report. Historically, developed nations around the world at a point embarked on infrastructural development, which later became the catalyst for their economic prosperity. Nigeria is also following the path with the construction of various infrastructure, including the Lagos-Calabar and Sokoto-Badagry highways. Lanre Gbeleyi takes us through these projects, a clear demonstration of the present administration's commitment towards achieving the nation's economic goals.
In Nigeria and bolster the unique economic strength of each zone, adjusted to capture more states that have commercial and agricultural potentials. The 700 kilometers Lagos-Calabar coastal highway will traverse 9 states along Nigeria's coastal shoreline.
Road networks are always the best connected if you link them along with your areas of economic hotspots. You look at the road network as it is today. It is the road network left for us by the colonial masters. Now that they have gone over 60 years ago, are we still going to continue to retain the network that they have? No. We should begin to have a network that should cohesively connect and reconnect our country for development.
A cursory look at the 1,000 kilometers Sokoto to Badagry highway shows that it runs through Kebbi to Niger, Niger to Kwara, Kwara to Oyo, Oyo to Ogu, and then to Badagry in Lagos State.
It will give us a more climate-friendly transport system, and more especially, it will assist us in the area of cargo movements. When you have a direct link between Lagos, Calabar, which you can make in 6, max 9 hours.
The Lagos portion of the Lagos-Calabar highway is designed to pass through some businesses along the shoreline spanning 1.4 kilometers. The federal government initiated compensation process for the affected areas and businesses. The government is also planning to recoup construction costs through tolling and selling land along the corridors, and this can be made possible through creation of a scenic route similar to coastal highways in other countries. In Lagos, Lanwi Wilayi, NTA News.
Let's take another commercial break. Please stay with us.
One passenger, big auntie. Come and enter my bus now.
Hey, conductor, this cough is serious. I beg, you need to go to the hospital.
Hospital?
Doctors say cough symptoms are different in every condition. Some are dry, others are wet, like your own.
God bless you, auntie. I have told this my conductor. The cough has refused to go, and it could be tuberculosis.
Conductor, check am o. Make you dey sure, because who no go, no.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Check am o, make you dey sure.
If your cough is more than 2 weeks, it could be tuberculosis. TB test and TB treatment are free. Just call the National TB Hotline on 3340 or dial *3340# for more information. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people.
Whatever is happening in the South has been ongoing for such a very long time, and we feel it is high time that it stops. What we are promising Nigerians is that henceforth, the entire South will be cleared of any acts of vandalism, criminality within the general area. Like we said, the President has given us the mandate to ensure that we secure the entire South and to enable NFDC and other IOCs carry out the attack so that we can have improved production. We know that Nigeria relies so much on what we can produce, and so we want to use this medium to appeal to the communities to have an understanding. Yes, we know trust has been a problem, but they can trust us, they can trust the government that we want to do things differently. Everyone will be carried along, everyone has a role to play. It is not only for the security agencies alone, we need the communities to understand that pipeline vandalism and all the hazards being caused is also affecting them directly.
Welcome back from that break, and with that break it's a wrap on the news this evening. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dianime Ukodo. Have a good night.